morning folks, and welcome to Down Dusty Roads. My name is Colin, and on my channel I document my rides mainly in the Great and Middle Karoo, but also from further afield as time allows. Today's ride, I'm just left Wolwefontein, and I'm on my way now to Jansenville. The first bit, it's about 45-46 kilometers to Jansenville, which is on tar, and then I will be off the tar onto the gravel, heading up towards Graaff Reinet. The ride so far has been interesting. My ride from Willowmore to Steytlerville had to change completely. I was going to go north of the concrete strip road, and I ended up having to go south of the concrete strip road to avoid all the washaways. And as you'll see in part 2, which was from Steytlerville to Wolwefontein, the Groot River came down a few days ago. It was a lot higher than when I was there. So today, once again, I'm meeting up with Benny. He's the owner of the hotel in Jansenville, and he's going to ride with me. I'm not quite sure how far, perhaps as far as Graaff Reinet, I'm not sure. And then I'll be on my own for a day or two. Over the New Year I'll be with my mate on his farm. Then I'm going to join up with one of my viewers who lives, as I mentioned, in the sort of Middelburg area. He farms out there, and he wants to join up for a ride or two as well, so I'm going to spend a couple of days with him, and then I'll be heading back to Oudtshoorn. The route that I planned to come back was via Graaff Reinet and then Aberdeen, and then down south from Aberdeen along the Groot River. But I've been advised that I should not go that way because the river has washed away causeways there. There's a lot of road damage. So I'm going to try the road down to Klipplaat, and from Klipplaat to Willowmore, and then from Willowmore on home. And we're now just coming into Jansenville on the way to Graaff Reinet. So today's ride takes us from Wolwefontein to Graaff Reinet. Had a fantastic time coming through from Oudtshoorn to Willowmore, Willowmore to Steytlerville, Steytlerville to Wolwefontein. So this is Jansenville, and I'm going to be meeting up with Benny at the hotel. So Jansenville, of course, is a town in the middle of the Mohair district. Mohair, of course, coming from the Angora goats. That garage has seen better days. Just meet up with old Benny quickly.
waar die museum is daar, Colin, maar
okay.
Hy is nou toe op die oomblik, maar so ry so.
Ja.
Dis maar die ou se haas.
Ek sien daar's
die binne is 'n ou kar wat hy gery het, 'n ou fucking kar. Oom sit is eintlik die dorp is eintlik sy plek gewees.
Okay.
Hy was fucking ouer. En En daar is die farmstal, is die ark eigenlijk, ons kan net zo draaien daar zo, hoor.
Okay.
Dan gaan ons op boontoe, gaan ons daar brandstof in gooi.
Okay. So this that he's going to show me now is where the flood took place. I think he said in 1974. Let's have a look here.
Dat was die van die ou gebouwe, 1897.
Well, yeah.
So, hy is redelijk oud dus, man. Maar dit is mooi gerestaureer en al die klomp goed, baie prachtig.
Ek sien dis baie nice.
Ja, ja. Ek weet nie of hulle ook gesê of hulle 'n party aangehaar het gewoonlik, maar ek sien hulle sê open daarom vandag.
Ja.
So die deur is oop. Okay, kom ons gaan boontoe.
Okay. I'm just going to put some fuel in and then we'll be on our way. Baie dankie.
Ons het twee opsies. Ek wil hierdie pad hier uit is eintlik 'n mooi, hy's 'n kakkerpad, maar ons moet hom ry, dis eintlik mooi scenery daar.
Ja, dis
Dankie saak hoe hy sê. Goed gaan hoor, dankie.
my pen. Okay, so today's ride takes us, from Wolwefontein to Jansenville, and now I'm riding with Benny again from Jansenville towards Graaff Reinet. I'm not sure how far he's going to ride along. Probably end up going to Graaff Reinet, based on what he said to me this morning or yesterday, and I think he said the road's a bit corrugated as it is now, but it's a beautiful road, so we'll see how we go. Yesterday's road from Steytlerville to Wolwefontein was, look at this old windmill, was a bit faster than today. Today's going to be a bit of a slow ride, I believe. It's a bit more twisty, turny, and perhaps road conditions means that it's a bit of a slower ride today. Oh, that's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Yesterday we were doing sort of 100 k's an hour for most of the time. This is actually the type of road I prefer to yesterday's road. Lovely aloes here on the right. Oh, this is a nice road. I like this road. More cattle. This is the sort of area where you've got to watch out for goats running out. Oh, this is pretty. Corrugations are a bit nasty, but it's a pretty road. Looks like we're going to cross the river here. Oh, the goats will love this here amongst the thorn trees in the river.
Hierdie brug se naam, né? Hierdie brug se naam is Piesang brug. Nie omdat hy soos 'n piesang loop nie.
Okay.
As die water geloop het, wow, hy so glad snot.
Okay.
Hulle maak dit Piesang brug.
Sunday's River, so it comes all the way from Graaff Reinet. We're going to follow the river now pretty much the entire day, or all the way to Graaff Reinet. So these things on the right are they're raising these rye chickens. Same as what Yanni does. Yanni does goats and things as well, but he does up to 70,000 chickens at a time. It's a lot of chickens. Here's one of these tobacco drying barns. See, it's got shade netting on the side, not planks. So you can see there's some lands there. So there's tobacco. And here's a water channel. So obviously they divert water out of the river into the lands when there's water running in the Sandus River. These beautiful elders. Well, there's definitely signs of rain. Different sort of terrain from yesterday. Angora goats. Looks like merino sheep coming up ahead. Or is it? It is merino sheep. So coming up on the right, just after we cross the river again, is a nursery for spekbome. And apparently they do an unbelievable amount of planting of spekboom on behalf of companies looking for carbon credits. So they take a stuggie, I don't know, I can't think of the English word now. They break a piece off an existing spekboom, plant it and feed it and whatever until it's got root structures, and then they take that and plant them out on people's farms where there aren't any spekboom. Because the spekboom absorbs an incredible amount of carbon dioxide compared to any other plant. So international companies that are looking for carbon credits pay for this stuff to be grown and planted in areas where there is none. That's why this road is so corrugated, you're saying. So it sounds like once we get past the quackery, once we get past the nursery, the road will improve. Ja, ek sê so.
Het nie baie water gekry nie.
Daar's 'n nes daar. Daai voel net uit die nes uitgekom.
Ja, net net hier in. Ja. Gaan nie.
Is that a stalk or what is that?
Ja, 'n stalk ja.
Okay. This stuff here on the right, I'll just get through here. This stuff here is where the spekboom are planted. This is a big nursery. It's like this is big, eh? Yeah, that's a lot of spekboom. Hoeveel, sorry?
7 hektar.
7 hektar.
Ja, hy gaan nog aan en so aan, maar jy sien onder hierdie goed. Ek dink op die oomblik vat hy so 21 million plants.
Yes, like. Net onder hierdie gedeelte.
Daar is die kweekhuise. Die is hy klaar is voor hy uitgeplant raak.
En daai
Daar is die kweekhuise waarin hulle hom sit dat hy worteltjies kry want hulle vat net 'n stiggie. En dan
Ja.
kom die grondjie.
Ja,
En dan kry hy
'n cut in, ja. So apparently just this piece here is 7 hectares under shade netting. There is more. And this section here has 21 million plants. 21 million plants, that's a huge number. All paid for by companies that need carbon credits. I'm really enjoying this road. It's very nice. It's a nice relaxed pace. It's a nice interesting road. Lots of twists and turns and variations. Very nice. All along the Sundays River. Very nicely renovated little spot, that. The Sownlands on the right. It's recently been cut because it's just coming through again, the new growth. Valley's opened up a bit. Ja.
Hier loop die water hier so, is maar waar die gate is man.
O.
Jy gaan nou teen hom ry nog tot daar om my kop. Gaan nog so teen die rivier, as mooi. As jy wil kan jy daar miskien, daar so 'n mooi plekkie.
Okay.
Lekker hoog uit hier af.
Ja, ja, ja. Yeah, that's nice. Mountains in the background there. That's where Graaff Reinet is. Bokkie. Nog een. Another one. So the road is a little less interesting now. Monkey nearly ran into trouble there, boy. interest in the road again. Nice. These mountains here around Graaff Reinet, and people say the Karoo is flat. They've obviously never been to Graaff Reinet area. There's some big mountains here. Yeah, see the kudu, there you go, the kudu, beautiful. That was nice, kudu and springbok. Kudu that came across the road and springbok on the left. Had rain here. Veld is looking nice and green. Ah, this is the Sunday's River again. So ek sien hierdie weer of 'n muur is gebou, ek neem aan om water in 'n sloot in te keer. Ja.
En toe 'n bietjie keer op. Jy sien hierso. Dis alles vir die sproeiing gedeelte. Daar op 'n ander paaie.
Ja.
Maar jammer altyd as jy hier kom man, dan braai ons maar 'n ou worsie hier. Dis dan loop die water.
Ah, dis lekker. So these lands on the left would all be irrigated out of the Sunday's River if there's water in it. The water is diverted out the river. You can see here on the right is a channel it would take water to other beds. Looks like they haven't had water here for a while though. On this side of the road in any case. See, there is a channel. Getting closer to the mountains now around Graaff Reinet. Right, we've gone through Adendorp and we're about to hit Graaff Reinet. We're just going to have something to eat and drink here, and then I'm going to say goodbye to Benny. He just wants to get something in the town, then he's heading back to Jansenville. He's talking to the cameras. So, here is Graaff Reinet. Graaff Reinet is the 4th oldest town in South Africa, I think. And has a magnificent church. It also has, I think, more national monuments in this town than any other town. Something like over 220 national monuments, which is pretty amazing. I don't know if you can see it, but straight ahead, the end of this road, is the church. It's interesting in a number of ways, but one of the ways it's interesting, it's one of very few, if not the only church to have a chimney, as in for a fire.